this is the other artist I wanted to look at. This is Jake and Dinos Chapman. Though I could count them as two. I'm not sure if I will yet. Um, they are some of my my favorite or famous like artists that are still doing their thing now. They are my favorites, I think, because a lot of their stuff happened as I was actually about and doing my thing. Like they're also there, so the very political, funny satire that they used in their works. They used a lot of themes of they used a lot of kind of um, Nazi things. They used a lot of things to talk about like fast foods, fast fashion. They did their miniatures, which is how I originally found out about them because of being like I used to like Warhammer a lot, and they used a lot of the say painting techniques. They use a lot of kind of Ronald McDonald. They use a lot of kind of themes of uh, very grotesque images with funniness behind them. They use these kind of really dark kind of Holocaust like images, these horrible kind of scenes of people suffering, but then make it funny. They have kind of skeletal figures. They have, as I said, like they have a lot of um, kind of poking fun at like fascists. They poke fun at the Klansmen, so like the KKK. Um, they're very clever because they're funny. They're two brothers. They work together. They take dual credit from nearly everything I've seen. They've always said is them working together. They don't. What I think my favorite thing about them is they work in every medium. Apart, I haven't seen, like I could almost count some of their stuff as performance art, even though it's not really moving. You're only gonna see it once because they just go. Their installations are there and they're gone, and you don't really see a lot of it again and again. They took inspiration for a lot of the people I've said about before. In my other um, little video things, they use a lot of humor. They use a lot of humor, and it's dark, but it's funny. And it's not like those people like dark humor this, dark humor that. Like it's supposed to be funny. It's taking the mick out of these very stupid, disgusting ideologies and making and poking fun at these like these idiots and in a kind of I wouldn't say tasteful way. It's just they just make it funny. They use a lot of contrasts in within their things. So replacing sometimes they'll replace swastikas and they'll replace kind of hate symbols with smiley faces. They use a lot of I think their miniature stuff is really good. It must take them ages to do, which is probably why they don't do it as much. But their miniatures stuff that they use is very clever. I think I like that they use things that are really kind of out there. They put stuff in about the moon landing. They're putting stuff about McDonald's. They put in stuff about like fascists. They do a lot, and they've done my. They also use things that are like people were really shocked by. So they um use these like sculptures of children with like a very phallic nose, holding the they were I don't know what they call it. Sorry, the words left me. They were like Kalashnikov rifles, the AKM, and they're holding like they used to be real ones, but they've decommissioned them and stuff. So they've taken all the stuff and welded it shut. But there are they're these models of children, like mannequins of children, holding these rifles. And they have lots of different versions of them, and that was Jake Chapman, I think, that mainly did that one. That's one of the only ones I think where they're more separate. Um, and they just use a lot of humor, and I want to use a lot of humor within mine. I like the darkness. I think they, without saying it a lot, because they never did as many interviews as I wish they did. And they could still do some in the future, of course. But I like that they understand that pain and suffering and humor and things being funny are very close. Like even when you talk about like that, like the pain receptors in your brain being like, I think they're either the same or very close to the ones that are your ones for finding things funny. They understand what actually makes us laugh because a lot of it's shock. Like they put in stupid things like dinosaurs fighting Nazis. They put in Like they put in so many stupid things. Like I think they're geniuses. I know they count as two artists. I'm not sure if I'll count them as two artists yet, but I really like them, and I've tried to. I'll try and replicate some of their things. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna give it a go. And the transitional themes are just so obvious within their work. I don't even have to really explain. But the transition between humor to pain, from something laughter to oh my god that's awful, like that's why I like them, and that's why I chose them both as an artist duo that I'm using.